Many gardeners are told that compost is the key to success, but making it is another story. A proper compost heap takes months to mature, requires constant turning, and often ends up half-finished or attracting pests. While you wait, your crops go hungry. The truth is, you don't need a pile to get the benefits of compost. There are faster, simpler ways to feed your soil directly, and these methods not only save time, but also keep your crops thriving. Instead of standing over a steaming heap, you can put organic matter right where it belongs in the soil, so that your plants benefit immediately. Feeding the soil directly eliminates the waiting period. Traditional composting locks nutrients away while you wait for decomposition to finish. By burying organic matter directly, you let the soil organisms do the work underground where your crops can use the nutrients straight away. The method is simple. Dig a trench about 8 inches deep between rows, fill it halfway with kitchen scraps, grass clippings or weeds, then add a covering layer of dry leaves or shredded straw. A 2-to-1 ratio of greens to browns works best. Cover with soil and the process begins. Instead of waiting 6 months for a pile to mature, plants nearby start tapping into the nutrient flow within weeks. Worms pull scraps deeper into the soil, microbes multiply, and decomposition happens exactly where roots are growing. It's an efficient shortcut that turns waste into fertility on the spot. Another reliable option is to grow plants that make their own compost right in the garden. These are known as green manures, crops like clover, fenugreek, mustard or cowpeas. You sow them in bare beds, let them grow, and then cut them down before flowering. Their leaves and stems are full of nitrogen, and when chopped and dropped onto the soil, they break down quickly, leaving behind rich organic matter. For instance, after pulling up onions, sow mustard in the empty bed. In just 6 weeks, you'll have a lush cover of green material. Chop it down with a hoe and leave it as a mulch. Within days, it softens and decomposes, feeding microbes and releasing nitrogen. This technique builds soil fertility while suppressing weeds, preventing erosion, and reducing the need for extra fertilizers. It's like composting in place without lifting a forkful of rotting matter. Instead of piling organic matter in a corner, spread it right over your beds as mulch. Grass clippings, straw, shredded leaves, and prune trimmings all work well. As they sit on the surface, they protect the soil from heat and evaporation, while decomposing slowly. Worms drag bits underground fungi spread across the mulch layer, and the material gradually turns into dark humus right where your crops need it. Apply a layer 2 to 3 inches thick around your plants. Straw is perfect for tomatoes, keeping fruit off the ground while feeding the soil. Grass clippings are excellent for corn or squash, providing quick nitrogen as they rot. To balance wet clippings and avoid sour smells, add drier leaves or shredded cardboard. Keeping close to a 2-to-1 green to brown balance ensures steady breakdown. Over the season, the mulch layer disappears into the soil, leaving behind a texture and fertility equal to finished compost. For gardeners who want fast results, liquid feeds made from waste provide another option. These are simple to make. Fill a bucket 1/3 full with chopped weeds, vegetable scraps, or even manure. Then top it with water. Cover loosely and stir every few days. After about 2 weeks, you'll have a strong brew rich in soluble nutrients. Dilute this liquid 1 part tea to 10 parts water before pouring it around crops. Leafy greens respond quickly to the nitrogen boost, while root crops benefit from the microbial activity it stimulates. Unlike a pile that ties up nutrients for months, a tea delivers them directly in days. This is particularly useful for small gardens where there isn't space to keep a compost heap. You know, the best reason to skip those compost piles is simply that soil life is more efficient. Worms, for instance, shred and digest buried scraps, coating them in castings full of plant-ready nutrients. Meanwhile, fungi get to work breaking down straw and woody matter, releasing those locked-up minerals. And let's not forget beetles, ants, and other decomposers, diligently fragmenting material into smaller pieces until it blends seamlessly into the soil. All of this incredible work happens naturally when you feed organic matter directly into the soil instead of piling it elsewhere. Take, for example, burying banana peels beneath your pepper plants. It supplies potassium right where the roots need it. Quite a nifty trick, don't you think? Now, covering potatoes with shredded leaves instead of soil is another great example. It keeps those pesky weeds down and leaves behind humus after harvest. Every bit of waste becomes soil food immediately without the need to wait for a pile to finish. It's quite remarkable how efficient nature can be, isn't it? Making compost can be useful, but it isn't the only route to healthy soil. Direct burial, cover crops, mulching and fermented teas all skip the months of waiting and still provide the same benefits. They mimic what happens in nature. Organic matter falls, decomposes and enriches the soil in place. For gardeners, this means less labor, quicker results and crops that don't suffer while a pile slowly rots in the corner. The right method depends on your garden. Trench feeding works well in larger plots, green manures keep rotations fertile, mulching protects perennials, and teas keep annuals supplied with nutrients. By mixing these methods, you build soil steadily and efficiently throughout the year. So if composting feels like a burden or your pile never seems to finish, leave it behind. Feed the soil directly and let worms, microbes and fungi handle the work. It is faster, easier and every bit as effective. If you found this guide useful, make sure to subscribe to Soil Doctor and share it with other gardeners who want practical solutions for building healthy soil. Together we'll keep uncovering the simpler, smarter ways to grow thriving gardens.